right ear must be synchronized with the left if our auditory processing is to work correctly. Our ears must be in sync with the eyes in order for our brain to get the big picture. Think of watching a movie in which the lips and sounds are out of sync. It takes extra effort to decipher the dialogue, and we may lose track of what is being said. This is how children with poor sensory modulation can experience the world. Sensory processing issues can be broken into different types of problems, the biggest being poor sensory modulation. There are 3 ways that we can have problems with modulation: oversensitivity, undersensitivity, and craving of sensory input. We can have any or all of these problems in any one of the senses. One or more of our senses may be oversensitive, in which case we may be easily irritated by shirt tags rubbing our skin or by loud voices. Other senses may be undersensitive. We may find food to be bland, or we may not notice when our name is called. And we might struggle with sensory cravings, like the girl with earbuds listening to music nonstop, or the boy with autism staring in a fixed manner at the moving parts of clocks and fans. Of these 3 types of sensory modulation issues, sensory oversensitivity typically causes the greatest number of self-regulation issues. Children who are oversensitive to sound or touch live in a world that is too loud and intrusive and presses in on them, producing emotional and social problems. We can counter these problems with strategies, therapies, and lifestyle changes that can support their need for specific types and levels of sensory input. Mental. School children need good attention and focus in order to be successful. This is a problem for the child with ADHD who is unable to focus and concentrate for periods of time. He may have difficulty attending to schoolwork, even when he has no difficulty focusing on a video game. His brain is motivated when activity or work is interesting, but motivation deserts him for what he feels is mundane work. ADHD symptoms are the result of underdeveloped executive functioning circuitry, located primarily in the prefrontal cortex portion of the brain. ADHD symptoms are classified into 3 areas: inattention, impulsivity, and hyperactivity. When a child shows signs of inattention, he may have difficulty organizing his thoughts or his schoolwork. He may forget things, make careless mistakes, become easily distracted, and perform work tasks with a half-hearted effort. In fact, he may balk at having to work at anything that requires thinking, claiming that it is too hard for him. Impulsivity may cause him to blurt out words without thinking them through. He is inclined to interrupt others while they are talking, or worse, take over what the other person is doing. Hyperactivity shows up as excessive movement and talking. Hyperactive children squirm in their chairs and sometimes bolt out of them inappropriately. When a child is being impulsive, his poor self-regulation might also affect his emotional and social states. Think of the child who blurts out overly personal information and then, seeing that his peers have turned away from him, later regrets it. Research tells us that children with ADHD make good progress when they receive nutritional support and/or a combination of medication and therapy. Once the child is doing well, we have a great opportunity to teach him new behaviors that can support him in a medication-free life. Therapies and techniques such as self-management, timing therapy, and mindfulness meditation have shown good success in helping to increase attention and decrease impulsive and hyperactive behaviors. A child with autism also has another kind of poor attention. She will have difficulty shifting her attention from one thing to another, and she will find it difficult to engage with others in joint attention to an object, activity, or topic of conversation. Her ability to shift her attention is also poor. She may be settled in an activity and focused on it so intently that she is caught by surprise when interrupted.